What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and in this video I've got a lot of things that I want to tell you about. One of which is an update to the old situation that I first told you about yesterday, dealing with my probation officer. I do have a major update in regards to all of that I will be telling you in this video. I'm also going to be telling you about some really crazy stories that I just recently ran across, and all of these stories, they're pretty... But before we get into all of that, I do want to address one thing real quick. I know we uploaded a vlog over the weekend called It's Everyday Bro. I know a lot of people didn't really like that title. I do apologize for that. And also there were some people who really didn't like the fact that, you know, I was catcalling to women basically out at the ocean front. Hey, how y'all doing today?
Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing today? Hey, how y'all doing? Now I do want to say something in regards to the whole catcalling thing. I'm being completely honest when I say this. I had no idea really what catcalling was, and that I was actually kind of doing that at the ocean front. I do apologize for that if that seemed a little... I have to say this as well. I'm a really awkward guy. And when it comes to me trying to meet women, I figured that was the best way to go about that. And maybe it really wasn't. You know, one thing that you may have seen going on here with After Prison Show is the fact that, well, I have been trying to meet women. I'm not out here trying to sleep with every girl in the world. I'm just trying to meet women. And I have to assure you that it is really not an easy thing to do. When you have spent as much time in prison as I have, I mean, I'm really, my game, it's really dusty. Yeah. But I do want to tell you a story real quick. And, you know, I learned from that experience with the whole vlog and me catcalling to the women at the ocean front. I learned from that. And a lot of people said that wasn't the right way to go about it. So what did I do? I've actually been studying and watching YouTube videos on how and where to meet women. And one of the places that I heard about was, well, Barnes & Noble's, a bookstore. So last night, me and Cody, we went to Barnes & Noble's. And, you know, I just wanted to experience what this bookstore would be like. And we were in there looking at prison-related books. We were looking for tattooing books. We were looking for all sorts of different things in relation to what we do here on After Prison Show. We were also in there, you know, just seeing if potentially there could have been some women in there. And there were not. There were a lot of dudes in there though, and I can imagine that those guys were probably in there under the same pretense that we wore. But as we were getting ready to leave, I did see these two women in there that I knew, and you know, I just wanted to be funny, so I went and I grabbed a book and I made my way over to where they were, and I said, hey, excuse me, could you recommend a good book to me? And now mind you, as I'm saying this to these women, I'm actually holding a book in my hands, and when they turned around and saw that it was me, and then they also saw the book that I was carrying, it was kind of a really funny thing. And by the way, if you are wondering what this book is that I was carrying, well folks, it was a book by the name of Cabin Porn. I walked up on these two women and I said, hey, excuse me, could you possibly recommend a good book for me to read? As I'm holding a book called Cabin Porn, they turned around, saw me, began to laugh. I'm not exactly sure if they were laughing at the fact that I was carrying this book or if they were just laughing at the fact that I was in a Barnes & Noble's. But you know, I did go on to say, hey, I could recommend some good reading for you as well. And as they were leaving and laughing at me, they said, hey, have fun with your cabin porn. Well, I could not think of any better line to come back with other than, you should never judge a book by its cover. Oh, you're so witty, Joe. Anyways, without further ado, what do you say we just go ahead and dive head first into this video? So again, I did tell you that I wanted to tell you about some really crazy stories that I just recently ran across in the news. And by in the news, I mean on Facebook. Facebook is really the only place that I get my news these days. And with that, this first story, it's absolute insanity. And what this first story is about these three teenagers in Arkansas who went through a McDonald's drive-thru and they ordered 3 cups of water. Now, for those of you who may not know, you can go to a fast food restaurant and get a cup of water, and a cup of water is free. So these 3 teenagers went through the drive-thru at McDonald's, ordered 3 cups of free water, and then went, parked their car, and then got out of the car, dumped out the water, walked into the McDonald's, and then began to fill up those cups with soda. A McDonald's store manager saw these people doing this, approached them, and all but one decided he was not going to, quote unquote, return the soda. Now, after you've put your cup under the dispenser to get the soda, How the fuck do you return the soda when the store manager comes up and says, hey, you, the three of you, you're gonna return that soda? But again, the store manager walked up on these three teenagers and told them, hey, look, you need to return that soda. And all but one of them decided he just wasn't going to do that. This situation escalated to the point where the store manager was chasing these people out of the McDonald's and trying to block the car that they were in from leaving, all behind some cups of soda, for God's sakes. But I guess he failed in blocking the car because they were able to get away. Apparently there was some sort of an all points bulletin posted by the police looking for the car that these thieving soda bandits were driving. And a short time later they found the car in a bowling alley parking lot where the driver, maybe he was still drinking that soda when the cops rolled by. They were like, I'm not sure if that's the right car. Wait a minute, that guy, he's drinking a McDonald's water cup and I think I see soda in that cup. But it was a short time later that these individuals were spotted in a bowling alley parking lot, and the driver of the car, he was arrested. And what this individual was actually charged with is just, to me, it is absolutely, yeah, mind-blowing. This guy who decided he was not going to return the soda was actually charged with a robbery for a fucking soda. Now I have to assure you, robbery is a very serious charge. In fact, robbery carries anywhere from like 5 to 10 years. And that's what they charged this guy with for not returning soda to a McDonald's. All over a soda, this guy actually is facing a robbery charge, probably sitting in jail right now. Maybe he doesn't even have a bond. Now, this is just my 2 cents of this whole situation. I have to say this, and I'm quite sure this is how this is gonna go. There is no fucking way in hell this guy is gonna be found guilty of this robbery charge for taking a water cup from McDonald's and putting soda in it. There's just no way. I cannot possibly see this guy being found guilty of this charge. What I do imagine will happen, though, is he will go to court. The prosecutor will come with a plea bargain saying, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and drop this robbery charge down to, I don't know, petty larceny, shoplifting, something stupid, definitely a misdemeanor at that. But just the fact that this guy was charged with this robbery for soda, to me, that is absolutely insane. This next story that I want to tell you about, it is absolutely just as crazy, if not 20 million times more crazy. In fact, I was scrolling through Facebook one day when I ran across this story about a girl, a woman, a girl, I don't know. She looks like she may be kind of young. But allegedly her baby daddy missed some child support payments, and I guess she just decided that she wasn't gonna go for this. And she certainly had plenty of proof, I guess, as to why potentially he was missing these child support payments. And she decided she was gonna put this entire story on blast. In fact, the title of this story was "Woman Post Ex Sucking Off Heroin Dealer Video After Missing Child Support." What? I'm having a tough time trying to figure out which part of this story is more crazy. The fact that this woman put this out there, or the fact that her boyfriend was sucking off a heroin dealer, or the fact that the heroin dealer was allowing her boyfriend to do this to him. And you know, one of the main questions that I have with this entire story is like, how in the fuck did this girl get video of this? Did she just go with her boyfriend one day? Her boyfriend was like, I gotta get some dope. Will you give me a ride? Sure, why not? My phone's fully charged, so in case anything crazy does happen, I'm gonna film it. And maybe they arrived at the dope man's house and the boyfriend obviously didn't have any money. I mean, he certainly couldn't afford the dope, let alone the child support payments. So he just said to his dope man, whatever his dope man's name might have been. Any of you have any idea, like a crazy name for a dope man? Please comment down below and let me know what that dope man's name should be, especially in regards to this whole story. But the boyfriend shows up with absolutely zip $0 in his freaking pocket, not one single red cent to his name, and goes up to the dope man and says, hey, I don't have any money, but I need some dope. Would you be willing to allow me to exchange a sexual favor for, you know, for some drugs? And however this conversation went about, the dope man obviously agreed to it, because the woman ends up posting a video on Facebook showing this dope man getting his knob slobbed by this boyfriend who missed his child support payment. Now, for those of you who may go and try to find this video, I honestly did not go and try to find this video. I'm being honest with you. But while reading the story about this, I did see that the video was taken down. So spoiler alert, if you do go looking for this video, you may have trouble finding it. You may find the story, I don't know, maybe you will be able to find the video. Again, I didn't really look for it. It wasn't something that I was really that interested in seeing, but the story damn sure was crazy. Now, this next story that I want to tell you about, it's pretty damn crazy as well. I ran across this video on Facebook, and this is an older video. I think it's like 10 months old, but it shows this guy who is in the back of this cop car. You may have seen this video, but if you haven't, you really need to check out this video. I'll probably include a link to this video in the comments section as well. But what this video shows is a guy who's in the back of this cop car in handcuffs. Somehow I think he manages to get out of the handcuffs, and then he sticks his hands down his pants and he pulls out like a Zippo lighter. And the whole time this guy is absolutely going berserk in the back of this cop car. I think he's kicking, he's bucking, he's like just doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And then he takes the Zippo lighter and he actually tries to like light the car on fire. And if that's not crazy enough, what happens next in this video absolutely is, because somehow this cop car ends up getting in like this major car accident where this guy who was trying to set the cop car on fire, this prisoner in the back of the cop car, once this cop car gets into this car accident, this guy is actually ejected out through the back window of this cop car. When seeing this video, there's so many things that come to my mind. Like, for one, I didn't know they had a camera right in the top corner of a cop car, because this was like perfect footage of everything that was going on in the back seat. Two, what kind of accident, like what trajectory, what angle was this cop car hit at for this guy to actually be ejected out through the back window of the car? There was a video that I uploaded a few months ago. It was called "I Almost Got Killed at 17" or "I Almost Died at 17 Years Old." And it was about me getting in a car accident when I was 17, and I was actually ejected through the sunroof of the car. Now, we were hit from the trunk, the back trunk area, and that's what propelled me forward and upwards to actually be shot through the sunroof. And I'm just wondering, like, what the fuck happened and what angle was this car hit at for this guy to actually go shooting out through the back windshield of this car? And not just that, and even more important, like, was this guy killed when this happened? If he wasn't, did he try to get away? I'm sure he was probably like seriously fucking injured from this. And if he wasn't killed, and if he didn't get away and he was seriously injured, I'm wondering if this had any effect on what he was actually being charged with and taken to jail for. Like, I don't know, you were just in a serious fucking car accident where you could have been killed. I'm wondering if they just went ahead and like dismissed his charges for this. If any of you have any information on this case, I really would like to know more about this. Please comment and let me know what you may know of this case, because again, this is a very fucking crazy video to see. But with all of these things that we've mentioned thus far in this video, this is going to bring us to the very last thing that I want to tell you guys about. And this is actually the update to the whole tattoo situation that I told you about that developed yesterday while I was going to see my probation officer. My probation officer actually talked with me today and assured me that I don't have anything to worry about. Because I told him yesterday when this whole situation developed how I wasn't getting paid for this. In fact, I was just doing tattoos for free and getting free tattoos. There was never any exchange of money between me and anybody else, or me and anybody else that I was getting tattooed by. And the one good thing about this is, because of the fact that there was no money exchanged in this, I don't have to worry about going back to jail. I gotta be honest with you, that is a major breath of fresh air. Will I still continue to tattoo here on After Prison Show? I am seriously contemplating that. I'm not honestly sure, but you know what? There's a good possibility that I will be. Yeah, because again, we're not running a tattoo shop. We're just tattooing for fun. Hey, look, that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about everything that I've talked about in this video. As always, until next time, please enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!
Hey. Free day. Hey, APS. After Prison Show, motherfucker, yeah, that's a test. Don't even test us, cause you know, oh man, we blessed, cuz. Hey, free Dave, and that's about right, man, cause we ain't no slaves, and we ain't sitting in boxes, hot boxing, that's about right, man, we popping to the top, man, Guerrero P coming through, oh, I see you, bro, and we gonna get them fuck boys that got you screwed up. Karma gets everybody back, you understand, don't gotta be the shooter, but still, bust grills if we have to, yeah, you bad dudes, oh man. Ain't even showing off, but you know, man, we blowing off. Dynamite, take it by the tip. That's about right, man. Oh, make it flip. Rest in peace to your cat named Skip. Understand how you feel, man, that's some shit. But hey, we get over it. You know that, man, I'm some sober shit. Except for the weed that I blow, man. Hey, shout out to Code D behind the scenes doing this thing. Oh, that's right, man. Yo, what about Connor? I see them tattoos you're doing. Oh yeah, you on a mission. That's about hope. I do the same thing, tattoo, yeah, that's right, bro. Plus a rap, and I've been to prison, got deported out of America, where I'm living and feeling kinda crazy. Man, my story, oh shit. But I ain't gonna bore you with that. Man, it's back on the fact. APS, rocking with that. APS, that's about right. APS, where he spit facts. APS, yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Joe and everybody. Free Dave, huh?